Eve here. Today, as usual, we are covering a topic that is quite ordinary and just helping us realize that, we're navigating this world together, similar ways, but different experiences. And today we are going to talk about children or parenting. And it comes from a comment that I saw being made by very many people on a certain Facebook post. And it was about mornings. And most of the parents, if not almost all, like maybe 99%, were saying that mornings with their children are very difficult. Machozi too, there are like a lot of tears. They cannot agree. It's just forceful in terms of just getting the kids ready or waking them up or getting them to school. And maybe you're experiencing that as well. But I thought this is quite different for me. We don't have difficult mornings. I don't have my children crying. They've never really had like cried or refused to go to school. And it made me think, where is this difference coming from? Okay, I've come to know that children, and it's difficult. Children, parenting is not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. I don't think I have had it figured out. I still have my struggles. But when children don't know what is the expectation, if they don't have that clarity, then they will tend to bring in a lot of resistance. And the other trick I've learned with children, you have to give them choice. They want to feel some power. And I know if you're wondering, okay, why should I give my child the power? It makes things easier for them and for you. Maybe it's homework. You can ask them, would you rather do your homework now or after you take your snack? They cannot say, you see, you're not giving the opportunity of, I don't want to do homework. It is. And you're not telling them, you have to do the homework now, and if you don't, I will. Then it becomes a power struggle. No, you're telling them, the homework is there. When do you want to choose to do it? Now or after your snack? So they will think about it and they will choose. The other thing I've learned about kids is you have to be careful of what option you're giving to them. I'll give you an example. For recently, I noticed my ID was missing. So when I asked, I knew it was my small baby. So I asked him, where did you put the card that you took from my bag? You see now, I could have asked, are you the one who took it? He could have probably said no. Yeah. But I asked him, where did you put it? Okay, I didn't know that he was the one who took it. But when I asked it that way, he thought about it and said, I put it in, this pocket of this bag, in this zipper. What I'm trying to say is, you have to learn how to negotiate. Not negotiate, you're giving them the power, but there's some negotiation to it, yeah? So for example, in my household, they know school nights are early nights. Meaning during school nights, we've put it at 9 p.m. They have to be in bed by 9 p.m. Right? So it's known, it's automatic. When it's time for the news, then it's time for bed because it's either between Sunday to Thursday night. So Friday night obviously is not a school night. Saturday night is not a school night. So I give them the liberty to sleep when they want. The little one, of course, by 9 he's already asleep. But the older one, he will stay up, and sometimes, I'm also doing other things. Maybe I'm baking, maybe I am studying, maybe I'm doing stuff, or maybe I'm just, watching something. So he can stay up, and sometimes we will stay up even to midnight. Tell them, in any case, tomorrow you're not going to school. You have the whole day to do whatever you want to do, whether it's watching, whether it's playing, whether it's games, whatever you want. So in when you don't have that structure and it's not clear, then you will always have that trouble, yeah, of why should we wake up. It's really pretty smooth for me, and I thought maybe I learned how to enforce that very early on from day one. Then because my smaller one, when he started school, he's never seen his older brother like having tantrums in the morning or not doing homework and stuff. So I guess he also caught on real quick. Sometimes he's sleepy and he'll have some difficulty waking up, but it's never like I really don't want to go to school. No, it's usually like can I sleep in a little bit? Okay, sometimes you can allow him like 10 minutes if there's time, but most of the time you're like, no, you'll get late, and they understand. They do understand. But I think it's just a matter of, with children, it's just a matter of clarity on what is the expectation and also keeping your word. Because now, if for example, say it's school night and I'm not keen and they stay up to 10 sometimes, or maybe we don't have an agreed time of what is the boundary. They know it's 9 p.m., it's news time, so there's clarity on that. Let's say it's now not a school night and then I just tell them it's 9, go to bed. They will feel like, I'm not keeping my end of the bargain. So why should they keep theirs? And the matter of choice, you give them a way to choose what you want them to choose. So you tell them, would you rather do it this way or do it the other way? You don't tell them. Sometimes when you say, if you don't do it, I will do this. I've done it myself, and almost all the time it doesn't work. There's something I'm trying to really work on with a smaller boy. He pushes boundaries a lot, so I'm still working on it. But I figured when it comes to schoolers, we don't have mornings that are crazy. We don't. We are just clear. This is how our morning works. You wake up, you freshen up, you dress, take your breakfast, time for school. It's as simple as that. And funny enough, even with homework, we don't have difficulty. For example, the small one, he's now in PP2. He comes home and even before his snack, he wants to get his homework done. Because he has figured it has to be done. I've not forced it, but I've given the option. When do you want to get it done? So he wants to come home, do it and get done with it. Done now. He can eat, then he can watch, and then we can have a struggle with shower time. We are working with bathing with him. Then with my older one, he gets home. He also will start with his homework. If, for example, maybe snack is not organized on the table, but if snack is ready, he'll take the snack and right away he'll get to the homework. So I would say in terms of school, it's just a matter of structure. They have to know this is when we sleep, this is when we wake up. When we wake up, this is what we do. When we get home, this is what we do. Then you have to keep your word. Whatever is the thing you've promised or committed to, you have to keep it. So that they also understand what it means to be respectful and to keep their word and what are boundaries. These are the small lessons, I guess, we teach them from the daily small tasks that sometimes we experience are not committed to the process fully. And if you have watched Super Nanny, I like to watch it a lot, yeah? She says, even if it's timeout, if you look, like a kid can, if you choose timeout, yeah? A kid could really push timeout and they can stay at it even for like 45 minutes, 1 hour, even 3 hours. But once you establish that clarity, it sinks. So of course we are learning how to parent. There is no manual. We are all learning. And you have to parent according to your child. Every child is different. Even if you have 3 or 2, every child is different. So we are learning. But I found those two things, they work really well. Clarity on what is the expectations. And then you as a parent just keeping your word. They kind of just respect you better. So I hope I have shared something that will help your parenting be a little bit easier. Maybe even you can sit and have a discussion and say, okay, we haven't been I don't think we have been handling it. Do you like it when you cry all the time in the morning? Do you like when we argue all the time about homework? You can sit, have a conversation and ask them, what do you think? How should we do it better? How would you like it? And you tell them, this is how I think. This is more effective. This is better this way. What do you think? Okay, what do we agree on? Then you can agree on, this is what we will be doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and whatever the issue is. If it's like school, yeah, you agree, this is what we will be doing. Then you follow through. Whether you're there or not, whoever you're delegating when you're not there must also keep up the same commitment, right? So that it flows. They thrive with structure. Yeah, they thrive with structure. But structure does not mean bulldozing them. They want some power so that they feel like I can make a decision. Plus, anyway, you want to equip them so that they can learn the art of decision making and responsibility at an early age. So that's our conversation today about parenting. Hope it helps you maybe navigate it a little bit better where maybe you're feeling you're struggling. Hopefully it encourages you, to just have an easier time with your kids and to just be committed to the small things with you and your child. It will get easier for you and for them. Yeah. So this one is for smoother mornings. Yeah. And better management of time, whether it's homework time, whether it's sleeping time, whether it's waking time, whatever it is. Yeah, that's it. See you next week.